Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, where we get together to take a look at headlines from our city, our state, and our country. And we also take a look at your comments, ideas, and suggestions on how we can best connect with one another here in Puerto Vallarta. I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather, but I wish to acknowledge all the wonderful feel better notes and messages that I got from you over the weekend. It's so heartfelt. It is wonderful. Good thing, as I mentioned before, it didn't seem to be COVID. I was very, very concerned about that because last week I ended up spending a lot of quality time with people that I love very much. Raymond was in town and I had lunch with Amy Armstrong and my friend Todd, and then I got together with other friends. And, you know, one starts feeling a little sick, and the first thing that goes through my mind, for better or worse, is, oh no, have I given COVID to somebody I love? I mean, nobody should want to give COVID to anybody. But again, fortunately, I took the test. It came out negative. It seems to be just a really nasty cold that traveled from my nose to my throat and is now mostly living down here in my chest. But I am feeling much better than yesterday, and that is a good thing. It is a pleasure to get together with you and continue moving on with what we do, which we love. Today is Monday, February the 6th, and we have a little bit of sniffles, so please indulge me. We have some news that I want to share with you, and we are celebrating an important date in Mexico's official calendar. We'll talk about that as well. And as always, we'll look at your wonderful comments at the end of the broadcast. If anybody is watching first time live, please add the word new to your comment, and we'll be so very happy to give you a nice welcome. Uy, let's get started. Uy. Okay, so let's start with Checo Pérez, the race car driver. Puerto Vallarta Tourism Bureau Director Luis Villaseñor Nolasco announced that Formula One race car driver Checo Pérez will once again be ambassador for the state of Jalisco this year. The Tourism Bureau will be investing 6 million pesos in order for the Puerto Vallarta brand to appear on his helmet in some of the races and in social media. According to surveys during the past year, and this is kind of, well, according to surveys during the past year, Checo Pérez connected our state and our brand with an average audience of 87.4 million people for each Grand Prix in which he participated. And of course, Snarky Me starts wondering, well, does that mean that 87.4 million people were standing close enough to be able to read his helmet? I don't know. For all I know, it could be my flu medication talking. Let me clear my throat. Oh dear. Moving right along. The Super Bowl is getting closer and closer. And according to this news note, avocado producers have sent 1,200 trailers, each trailer carrying between 19 and 20 tons of avocados. That's a lot of testicles, if you ask me. And if you don't know the connection, I'll remind you very quickly. The word avocado comes from the Spanish word aguacate, which comes from the Nahuatl word aguacatl, which means testicle. So that's a lot of testicles heading up to the United States for Americans to be able to enjoy their chips and guacamole during the event. Of course, most of the avocado originated in our state, the state of Jalisco, and also the state of Michoacán. Mexico President Andrés Manuel López Obrador, pictured here, showing that he could actually become an airport traffic controller after he finishes his presidency, has announced that the new military-run airline we've mentioned a few times here at Coffee and Headlines will be officially announced within a month. The new airline will apparently be called Mexicana de Aviación, just as the ill-fated company, which was the country's oldest airline and one of the oldest continuously single-branded airlines. It's worth mentioning that Mexicana de Aviación was inaugurated back in 1921, and it went bankrupt in 2010. Since then, its former workers have been involved in all kinds of litigation for salaries and this, that, and the other. So López Obrador, our president, is hoping that by creating this new airline, he will take care of the workers' disputes. Hold on. Thank you. He will take care of workers' disputes. He will be able to give them some work, and he will put the presidential airplane to good use. Or so he says. Today is the end of the first long weekend of the year as Mexico celebrates Constitution Day. The good news is that occupancy has been high at local hotels, reaching 85%. And of course, this also means that if you were hoping to conduct any in-person banking today or take care of any business at any municipality office, you won't be able to do so until tomorrow. After the weather break, we'll take a closer look at Constitution Day and why the date is so important in the history of Mexico. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so Snarky Weather says, I just set a record for coldest wind chill ever recorded. What have you done lately? Well, I've convalesced. That's what I have to say. It's 25 degrees right now. Feels like 25 degrees. Humidity is low at 33%, and that's beautiful. And our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 77. Our weather forecast for today says clear through the day with a high of 29 and a low of 17. Tomorrow, a clear day with a high of 27 and a low of 17. And Wednesday, another clear day with a high of 28 and a low of 17. Okay, moving right along, let us talk a little bit about our celebration of Constitution Day, which is actually yesterday. Mexico celebrates Constitution Day on February 5th. Since 1917, this being one of the federal holidays that is moved with the calendar, it is observed today. Now, taking a deep end in the pool of history would imply that we'd have to look at the Mexican Revolution in detail, and we'd be here for quite some time. Luna cannot handle that. Let us simply recall that Mexican president, Let us simply recall that Mexican President Porfirio Díaz had been in power from 1876 to 1911 and was becoming increasingly not popular, leading to the beginning of the revolution in 1910. The Mexican Revolution did not conclude until 1921, but in 1917, General Venustiano Carranza became president of Mexico, and he amended the constitution that continues to rule our country today. Since 1917, our constitution has been reformed over 700 times, but the 1917 constitution was the first in Mexico to spell out social and constitutional rights, land reform, liberty of religious practices, non-religious education, and liberty of speech, Oh, and an 8-hour work shift for all workers. So this is why the Constitution of 1917 is so important to us. I also wanted to let you know that yesterday I put in some. Saturday I had the attention span of a doorknob, but yesterday I put in some work on my upcoming lecture of great Mexican songs. And the good news is that I've come up with all the songs that I wish to feature, but it's packing close to 2 hours worth of information. And then, of course, last night I was thinking, well, there are some songs that I really want to feature, but then it's difficult. You simply cannot come up with like 10 great Mexican songs, and there's so many other songs. So I think if this lecture goes well, we will have part 1 and part 2 at the very least. So, but I'm excited. It's going to be Thursday, February 23rd, and I'm looking forward to that. Something else that I'm looking forward to this week, of course, is Friday, because Hecho a Mano is going to have their next pop-up art show at Ernesto's Good Grub. This is going to be on Friday afternoon from 3 to 8 p.m. So what a great opportunity to enjoy some of the best barbecue ribs and the best tortilla soup you can find in town, and be within close reach of wonderful artists and artisans that are going to be selling their chingaderas. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, I also hope that you have a great week planned for yourselves. Let me know what you're going to be up to this week in the comments. And let's take a look at the comments right now just to see what everybody is up to. Oy. Let's see. Lots of good mornings, lots of feel betters. Thank you so very much, everyone. I still sound really wonky, but I'm feeling restless, which is, for me, it's a good thing. Let's see what else we have. More good mornings. More good mornings. Luisa is in Guadalajara, of course. Hello, amiga Luisa. It's great to see you. Thank you for that, Rita. Yes, I feel a little stuffy, but I made so much chicken soup yesterday, it's not even funny. Or no, it was Saturday that I made the chicken soup. I've been eating chicken soup for 2 days. Thank you for that comment, Meggie. I'm almost not surprised by it, but I would imagine that anyone who is, I cannot imagine that there are people out there that if they're diagnosed with COVID, they would not want to reach out to other people immediately to let them know that they should take care of themselves. I certainly hope that most people would want to do that, because I think it's the right thing to do. Again, I am glad. The first thing I did Saturday morning before I canceled the broadcast is I took my COVID test, and that confirmed that I didn't have it. And then yesterday, by the way, as an aside, should you want to buy a COVID test, I mean, they sell them now at farmacias similares. My boyfriend, Dr. Simi, has them available. I still have one that was gifted to me. But, if you start feeling funny, it's as simple as getting a COVID test and, just taking it. Why? Because a cold is not going to be as easily transferred to other people as COVID. And it's just the right thing to do if you spend a lot of time with people. At least that's my suggestion. Alex and Steve say, Luna phoned us several times for advice on soup recipes. Hope you enjoyed the cream of tuna soup. It was delightful. Let's see. Oh, there's a new person. Hello, Rick. Great to see you. I'm sorry I'm a little bit under the weather, but welcome to our cluster. Welcome to Coffee and Headlines. I hope you find something connectable here. Let's see. Oh, no, Logan. What's going on? Anybody has a reliable contact to a gas pipa? It has been over a week that we haven't been able to get gas delivered to the hotel, and we are running on fumes this morning. And of course, it's a holiday. We have exhausted options. Oh, honey, I have no contact to any gas other than the gas that comes out of my own body, and you wouldn't want that gas. Certainly not right now. Um, but I hope you find the gas that you need for the hotel. I really do. Um, Thank you, Gina. Yes, I am feeling a little bit better, which is a good thing. Param pam pim boom. The deep voice sounds a little sexy. Well, I don't feel sexy at all. But thank you for the flower, Sherry. Paco, can you record your lecture? I won't be there for about 30 days. You know, Libby, that is a great question. I could record it, but I couldn't share it because when it's music related lectures, to share it and distribute it, you know, we're going to be listening to music examples, and because of copyright laws, it is not possible to share those. But the good news, Libby, is that I'm going to be repeating these lectures over and over because of people like you, and hopefully you'll be able to catch it in the future. That said, the lecture that we did last month, which was on vernacular Spanish, I'm waiting to get better to either do a live version of it or to record it and make it available, because obviously we did not have any music in that lecture. Oh my God! I'm so glad at least one of you attended the rodeo, the tournament. I'm so happy to hear that, Barbara. I would have loved to go, but of course it was not meant to be. Not this weekend. Not feeling the way I feel. Let's see what else we have. Oh, Claude, you make me blush like a schoolgirl. Even when not feeling well, you still have a great smile. Let's go get some bread. What about record and offer it in members only group? Luisa, trust me, if I can find a way to disseminate a video that includes music samples, or maybe it's something that you can pause and then you go and listen to the song, but it would take away. I'll look into it and I'll try to find a way to make it happen. I really appreciate your interest in these lectures. And this is it. I think I made it. I didn't feel so bad. I appreciate your understanding that I'm a little bit under the weather, but today is better than yesterday, and I am sure that tomorrow will be better than today. And I hope you have a great week as well. Stay happy, stay kind, stay cautious, because, you know, it's that time of year. There's a lot of bugs out there, and take care of yourselves and your loved ones. I'll see you again tomorrow.